Hi, I'm Allie, and this is Wisdom for Living. 3 minutes of your week, wisdom for a lifetime. Does fighting between a husband and wife spell doom for a marriage? Is conflict really so bad between a husband and a wife? It really doesn't have to be. A certain amount of conflict is inevitable in marriage. After all, you're talking about two totally different people from two different backgrounds with two different personalities. It's all right to fight in marriage, but it's important to know the rules of fighting and to fight respectfully. And ironically, if you do know the rules of a good fight, an argument can actually bring you closer. It can create more understanding than before your argument. So let's learn the basic rules of conflict. Number 1, never strike when the iron is hot. What do I mean by that? Ironically, don't fight when you're angry. When you're most furious, when you feel the most understood, you're at your most reactive. You're your most emotional. You're the least likely to see the validity of the other person's side. When you're really angry, it's not the time to argue. There is a concept called a 24-hour rule, and what that means is let it wait, let it cool down and subside. Ironically, you might not even be so upset about the issue if you just let it cool down than when you're super angry about it. Don't strike when the iron is hot. Rule number 2 is a little bit harder to understand, but it's so important to get. And that is, most of the time, we fight about superficial things, like the kids, or the housework, or money, or our in-laws. But the truth of the matter is, we're really not fighting about those things. We're fighting about deeper feelings that we have. Feelings like not feeling connected enough, not feeling valued enough, not appreciated enough, not feeling cherished. Those are the real emotions. And in order to not cyclically fight over the same fight again and again, year after year, it's incredibly important to understand, what am I really feeling here? Number 3, let go of criticism entirely. There ain't a person in the world who can hear, "You're always late. You're constantly so emotional. You never look me in the eye." And they'll say, "You're right. I am always emotional. I never look you in the eye. It's true." Nobody can hear criticism and bounce back and say, "Honey, you're right. Thanks for telling me." Get rid of always. Get rid of never, name-calling, and criticism of any kind. Nobody can hear it. Rule number 4, it's best to speak from how I feel. When you come in late without calling, I feel unimportant. I feel like I don't really matter, and it makes me feel very sad. Stick to your feelings in the argument and not what the other person's doing wrong. And rule number 5, last, don't expect your spouse to be a prophet. They're not. Give them a specific piece of advice as to how they can help you. The best way you can help me is call me if you're going to be late. Give them a specific way to help you out. In summary, rule number 1 is don't strike while the iron's hot. Don't fight when you're super angry. Rule number 2, remember that there's always a deeper feeling behind the superficial argument, and it's worthwhile to figure out what that deeper feeling really is. Number 3, let go of criticism. It works never. It's never effective. Number 4, speak from your own feelings and not so much what the person's doing wrong. And number 5, give your spouse a specific way to help you. Take these rules, internalize them, and you'll come to see that conflict can bring you even closer if you fight carefully.